So this was accumulation phase, so this could be a re-accumulation phase. Is this going to be a consolidation phase before we actually start heading to the upside, or is this consolidation phase going to reverse to the downside? Another ascending channel, then there is a possibility of price coming around this previous low area. So hey everyone, thank you so much for joining in. So looking at the current Bitcoin price action, guys, we can see today I'm actually going to show you something very interesting which is unfolding at the moment, because we know Bitcoin is heading in a sideways direction since couple of weeks now, and we are actually waiting for a proper breakout or a fake breakout or a breakdown, guys. So that's why today's video is going to be what's Bitcoin's next move. So if you look at this price action here in a weekly time frame, guys, you can notice that I've actually drawn some Fibonacci retracement level, and also I've pointed some areas very properly. But if I actually delete everything and show you guys one by one what I actually tried to show here, you'll be amazed, because if I take the Fibonacci retracement level from the swing high area till the swing low area, because this here was the bull market of 2017 when the price of Bitcoin reached almost $20,000, guys. And after that, we had this price correction, this huge price correction, which led us back to around this 3,000 area, guys. And if you notice this pump here, after this consolidation phase, we also had again another bull run of 2019. If you take the Fibonacci retracement level also, guys, pointing from the swing high to swing low of this 2019 December area, guys, you can see this nice rally to the upside and then price correction, this nice rally to the upside and then price correction. What I'm actually trying to show you here is very interesting, because if you look at this, guys, if you look at this bull run here or this run here, you can notice something very interesting, because if you look at this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level here and draw a line, what can you actually see in this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level? Guys, this level is a very important key level. If you look at the price action of Bitcoin, when we had this massive price correction, price started consolidating around this particular level here, right? You can see here very clearly price actually started consolidating around that particular level. Let me enlarge it a bit. So now you can see here our price actually also had this consolidation phase here, which gave us a confirmation here. Now we actually reached the bottom, and now we can start heading to the upside, and you can see the result after that, right? After this consolidation phase, we had this really nice run to the upside. But if you notice, after price reaching this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, guys, we had this weak rejection, this big weak rejection, second week rejection, third week rejection. You can see so many weekly weak rejection, guys. And after that, what happened with the price action? It started heading to the downside, guys. And if you notice here, again, just like I said, if you look only at this bull run here of 2019, when we reached the peak area, guys, you can also see from this swing high to swing low, if you draw this Fibonacci retracement level and point out this 0.5 area, just like which we did with here, you can see after reaching this 0.5 area, something happened just like with this bull run. You can see here after price actually had this consolidation phase here as well. You can see here before every bull run, you will see this kind of consolidation phase, guys, because this consolidation phase sometimes takes longer, because this one was longer. You can see the time here, time range, it took us almost like 126 days, right? So, and here you can see the similar case. This here was quite like smaller, a month of consolidation phase before we started rallying to the upside. But if you notice, after price started rallying to the upside, it actually came across this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, and after that you can see this weak rejection here, this weak rejection here. Don't look at this price correction, guys. As I'm saying you, this was a black swan event, but if you focus only on this price movement, also this run here from 2020 when price actually came across the 10,000 level, we had this similar scenario, guys. And if you look at this scenario, you can see after reaching the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, this week also showed us in a weekly time frame it got rejected after reaching this area, and also this area we can see this next week got also rejected. You can see the wick here forming a doji. And guys, if you look at this here now where we are, you can also see that the price after reaching this 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, it's also showing this weak rejection, this weak rejection here, this big weak rejection. You can see the second big weak rejection here. Guys, what I'm actually trying to prove is that if this is a continuation pattern, because this here after reaching the peak here we had this price correction, this massive price correction, right? But before we actually started a new run, we had this consolidation phase. And this consolidation phase, if you look at this in a different scenario, I'm going to show you in a daily time frame what I'm actually trying to mean by this consolidation phase, okay? So don't worry, guys. So if you look at this consolidation phase, guys, before we actually started heading to the upside, so now if you look at this price action here of Bitcoin, since we know the market has been going in a sideways direction since months now, and now if you look at this here, is this going to be a consolidation phase before we actually start heading to the upside, or is this consolidation phase going to reverse to the downside? So if you look at this price action, guys, you can see this here, and now this here, guys, is the price of Bitcoin going to follow or head towards the downside, or is this actually a reaccumulation phase? Because after reaccumulation, what usually happens, that price starts breaking to the upside. So if this is not a reaccumulation phase, and if this is a distribution phase, then price will start heading towards the downside after forming this round top around this area, and then it will start heading to the downside. That's why, guys, I'm actually going to show you this particular area and this particular area and this three particular area where the price actually had this consolidation phase, and highlight it so that you guys could understand it even properly. So let me switch the chart. So now if you can see, guys, this here is Bitcoin price action in a daily time frame. Guys, work like this takes a lot of time, so I would really appreciate if you could actually smash the like button and also leave a comment if you like, guys. Thank you very much. So now if you look at the price action of Bitcoin, guys, you can see the area where I actually highlighted it, where I said, hey, this was a consolidation phase. And again, here in a daily time frame, this area was a consolidation phase before the price actually started heading to the upside, right? And now you can also see I actually have highlighted this area very, very properly to show you guys, hey, what might be unfolding. Because now if you look at this price action, this massive price run of 2017, right? And this price correction, guys, here, if you know the Wyckoff's accumulation phase, this here was a Wyckoff's accumulation phase. So after this huge distribution which we had here from 2017, we came to a bottom area where we actually started consolidating. And this consolidation phase, if you look at this properly with Wyckoff's accumulation phase, guys, you can see here price after reaching this area started accumulating, and then we actually started heading to the upside, because after that, after this accumulation phase, we had this run to the upside. So if we go forward now, you can see again after this price reaching this 14,000 level from 2019, we started heading to the downside. And if you notice, guys, at this level where actually the price started consolidating, you can also notice that here around this particular area we also had this Wyckoff's accumulation phase. So you can see here after reaching this, or after forming this consolidation phase here, it also gave us a really nice indication that, hey, this is a Wyckoff's accumulation phase, and after this accumulation phase we usually have a price run to the upside. But notice one thing, guys, for this accumulation phase we had the price actually, let me show you with this trend line, the price actually came from the upside, right? This was a downtrend, and then we had this accumulation phase and price started heading to the upside. If you look at this example here, in this scenario you will see the similar case. Price actually came from the upside, right? So this was a price correction. But in our case, this here might be a distribution phase where the price breaks to the downside. It might also be a reaccumulation phase. So this was accumulation phase, so this could be a reaccumulation phase. What I mean by reaccumulation phase, in reaccumulation phase from Wyckoff, price usually breaks to the upside. So this here, this consolidation phase would be, in another word, this could be a small rest before price continues to the upside, because it has to collect the energy for price to push to the upside. So this could be a reaccumulation phase. But that's why, to identify what this actually is, I've drawn a very clear ascending channel here to show you guys if this is not a distribution phase, because after distribution phase price will correct to the downside, right? But if this is a reaccumulation phase, which is indicating the price would be heading to the upside, guys, what must price do? This here, you can see this ascending channel here, the price must actually, this price must now start slowly heading towards the upside according to this analysis, because if this is a reaccumulation phase, price could never break below this area of 8,600 level. If the price actually breaks below here, then this is not going to be a reaccumulation phase, then this is going to show us a very bearish scenario, which is indicating the price would be heading towards this 7,000 area. But if you look at this now and look at this ascending channel, it seems to be following very properly, because now this movement here around this particular level is actually indicating, hey, if this is a reaccumulation phase, this is how it's going to continue to the upside, because after this area, after this last point of supply area, price usually starts heading towards the upside, guys, and start continue its rally. And if you look at this price structure now, this ascending channel is also forming a higher highs and higher lows area right now. But let's see how it's going to go, because if you look at this price action, you can see the price is also finding a really nice support, and it's also indicating, hey, maybe it's trying to make higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern, and then trying to head towards the upside. And also, guys, if you only focus on this area at this level, guys, I have something very interesting to show to you all, because right now, if you look at this with Wyckoff's distribution ranges and phases, or Wyckoff's accumulation phase, things might look different. But if you only focus here at this current stage where we are, I'm also going to show you one very interesting scenario. So let's switch the chart here. So guys, now if we actually look at the price action of Bitcoin in an hourly time frame, what information can we get from this particular area? Because we know around this area, the market has been moving in a sideways direction since months. And we also know, if you look at this price movement here of Bitcoin, what information can we get, guys? So if you look at this here, through this descending channel, we can see very interesting scenario unfolding, and also this price movement, what is happening around this particular area, right? So if you look at this here, guys, in a whole, you can see this here is a descending channel, and the price according to descending channel has also proven, after reaching the upper line of the descending channel, it has actually started reversing to the downside. And you can see this here, after reaching this upper line of the descending channel, it has also actually had this price correction, but the price is holding strong around this particular level. And if you actually manage to look in between this descending channel, there are smaller ascending channel forming around this particular level, because you can see here this ascending channel here or this ascending channel here, that actually gave us the information, hey, around this particular level we are also forming this ascending channel. And look here, similar case, guys, nothing new, because we have been following this scenario again and again. After reaching this lower line of this ascending channel, we had this price correction. Similar case here, after reaching the lower line of this ascending channel, we had this price correction. Again here, after reaching this lower line of this ascending channel, we actually broke to the downside, but now price is also holding strong around this particular level. So what is actually, or what I'm actually trying to show you, if this is going to be a continuation pattern like this here, guys, after breaking the lower line of this ascending channel, price usually corrects towards the downside. But one thing you can notice here very clearly, if you look at this massive price correction before we actually started this ascending channel here, if you focus only on this area, guys, this was the lowest point, isn't it? This was the lowest point of this ascending channel. So if you actually look at this price, this was the massive price correction, we had this price pump, and then we formed this ascending channel. And again, in this scenario here, this here was the lowest point of this ascending channel. We will also point out this lowest point, right? So in this case now, if you look at this properly, this here was the lowest point of this ascending channel, isn't it? The beginning of this ascending channel, this was the lowest point, and this was the lowest point. And the reason why I'm actually showing you this lowest point is, if you look at this lowest point of this ascending channel, after price breaking the lower line of this, or the support line of this ascending channel, it actually came exactly around this particular level, the previous lowest point, right? This was the previous lowest point before we actually started this ascending channel. You can see, and price after reaching this area found a really nice support, and you can see after that it also started heading towards the upside and also formed this new ascending channel, right? So now if you look at this case, again, similar case here, guys. Before this channel actually started, you can see we had this ascending channel here, price broke the lower line of this ascending channel, we had this price correction, and if you look at this level here, again, just like I mentioned you, this was the lowest point level. So if you look at this area, guys, you can see, just like with this example, after breaking this lower line area, price came across this exact price level, the previous lowest point. The previous low here actually acted as a very strong support line, and after that you can see price came here, found support, it headed towards the upside. And similar case, guys, now you can see after reaching this level, we had this really nice pump to the upside. So now what I'm trying to show here is, in this case now, if this is going to be a similar case here, this here is the lowest point for us before actually we started this ascending channel. So if the price is going to break now, if the price is going to break towards the downside and fails to re-enter this ascending channel to continue towards the upside, then we are also going to look or keep our eyes around this particular level. So why? Because as you can see, if this is going to be a similar case where the price actually gets rejected to break to the upside and price comes back around this level, maybe we can form another ascending channel around this particular level. So then what I'm trying to show you is that if this is going to be another ascending channel, then there is a possibility of price coming around this previous low area. So in this case, this is going to be around this 8,800 area, guys. So guys, I hope you got this point, right? What I'm actually trying to show you here. And guys, this is what I actually wanted to share with you in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I would really appreciate if you could smash the like button and also hit the subscribe button if you're watching this for the first time, guys. So guys, by saying this, I want to sign off. My name is Anup. Bye bye.